Hey YouTube, welcome back. My name is Chris and I am the Algo Trader. Today is April 21st, 2022 and I am trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live. If this is your first time attending the session, welcome to the group. Please like the video and subscribe. That's the only way you're going to find out whenever I come live. I do come live twice a week on Tuesday and Thursdays at 12:30 Eastern Time. So we're going to go ahead and get right to it in just a moment. Wow, what a sell-off this morning. Just complete and total sell-off. This thing came all the way down to the zero line at 13,929. It's just resting there now at this point. We're there at that line. And that has been very impressive to see that. No closing signal on the no closing signal on the overnight at all. And this one is still open. AI strategy 1, AI strategy 2. This one right here is still going. Wow, look at that. It's been one trade today, and that's been short for sure. Look at that on the ES. Hit the top all the way down to the bottom. That is pretty amazing right there. Considering that the VIX is only at 21. Yeah, that was pretty damn amazing. Pretty good today. Wow. Really good. We were supposed to have some type of news today, right? I told you this morning?
1 p.m.
1 p.m.? Okay. Let me just review again because I think I have the thing here. Fed Chair Powell is to give a speech at 1 p.m. at the IMF's debate on global economy. So that's in a half hour time, and who knows, that might move the market. So it's the 1 o'clock hour. We got to be careful, and that's all I've got to say about that. That is it for that downside. Done. Over with. Hey Satish, welcome back to today's live trading session. I hope you guys have had a really good morning. We have a couple of, let's go ahead and begin by taking a peek at the Nasdaq daily, all right? So right now, institutional flow on the by the COT report, as measured by this blue line, is flat. This comes out this evening, and it will be updated by tomorrow afternoon at some point. Right now, the cyclic trend on the long term is down, as evidenced by this red indicator right here. And we still have not crossed to the upside to say that, yeah, we are going to have some type of upside. No, we're not. We are still below the 200-day moving average on the Nasdaq, the 200-day moving average being at 15,124. We are still below that. The S&P did cross briefly this morning above its 200-day moving average of 44.97 and then retraced back again. The FANG stocks are definitely moving. The Nasdaq 100 today, that's Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. So I'm looking at a different screen. You guys can't see that. The overnight trade showed that volume was below average, average being represented by this horizontal white line right here. Okay, so volume was less than average. Yet it did catch the upside trade super early, around 2:30 in the morning, and the downside right around 9:15 in the morning, right there. I saw this and I'm like, yep, that's going to be down. And sure enough, everything just took off and shot down from that point forward. And so AI strategy number one, which is this one right here, has been short since about 10:30 this morning, and it still has maybe a couple bars left before it closes. AI strategy number three has also been short, and this has been short since 8:45 today. So this filtered out the noise here, that little pop that we had in the morning, and it's just been on a downward trajectory. Here's a larger picture of this right here with two very dynamic filters that kind of represent the price line right here. And if you could tell, this has just been going down, 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 and boom, cross the zero line right there. That was it for that trade right there. There's nothing else. Your downside is over right there. Over, as evidenced by this too. So these two are complementary to the strategy. They are not the strategy, but they are complementary to the strategy to give you a directional bias. So kind of tells you whether or not the strategy is is working in the right way that it's designed to work. So I've got that there, right there. The cyclic, short cyclic amplitude strategy is, boy, that's a mouthful, is right here as well. Gave you a bad signal on the last one, so I'm completely ignoring that. The Fibonacci's on the ES did really good. Here's this morning, hit the 0 mark up here, and boom, came all the way down to the 0 mark at 44.4350, which is very impressive to see. This is extremely impressive to see. So right now, guys, I'm just covering what's been shaking today, what's been happening, so you can kind of get a feel for, you know, the market. I'm sure you guys already know what's going on. By the way, Fed Powell is speaking right now at 1 p.m. at the IMF economic debate. So be cautious, because you know the markets tend to tune into this type of news, especially anytime the Fed speaks, especially at the IMF economic debate. I mean, you never know what's going to come out of his mouth, and you know any little bit of news could move the markets. So this happens right now at 1 o'clock in about 20 minutes. So just you know, keep that in mind. Put it on a sticky paper on your screen, because if that happens, then you know you could experience market movement. So just be ready for it. All right, 1 o'clock in about 20 minutes, the Fed speaks at the IMF economic debate. So just wanted to illustrate something here, guys. This is the negatively correlated strategy between the NQ, CL, and Treasury notes. Now, it only correlates with one of these, so I decided to put CL on top and the Treasury notes here at the bottom. So you can tell right here, as CL went up, this came down right here. So it's a very unique way of looking at it, you know. So right now oil is trading at about 103 a barrel. It's up a little bit more than 1%. So it's kind of unique to see them plotted all together. That's the reason I've got them there, right there. Had a very good signal here with the ES as well. Boom, took you out there, and then right here just, you know, continued its downward trajectory. Here we go, guys. Here's another algo I developed right here, and I've been testing this for a few weeks. Gave me a great signal on the way down. Took some very good downside this morning, and yeah, you know, they hit the 0 line right here at 13,929, and it's been resting since right there. All right, so I've got that, and I've got a buy signal, which is actually a sell signal whenever I get these, and it shoots off a bat signal. I know it's the reverse signal, so that's a sell signal, which has been open for a while. Same thing with that right there, and same thing with that right there. So got a few different signals going on. I'm just going to keep this here because I like to view, I enjoy viewing the movement of this particular indicator right here, which has been going down for a while, for the good part of the morning right there, and it's barely crossing the 0 line right there to indicate a closure of the trade. So that's where I'm at, guys, right now, and hope you guys have had a good morning so far, and we'll be here together till 3:30 Eastern time, even though it's 2:30. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern. I still have to get used to saying that. All right. This study right here, this red one, as soon as they came down, you knew that you were going to have a downside. This thing just came down, 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 down. You know, trade officially ended right here at this very point, but then it kept going down just a little bit more and it fizzled out, you know, kind of right there. So very good study to show exactly where the market has been trading. Now this morning, guys, we had a little pop in the market. Hope you guys didn't get caught up in this mess right here. Look, if you noticed this morning, if you had your Fibonacci's or whatever else you use set up, you're going to notice that the 100 mark, the 0 mark, 100 was up here. So this little pop right here just hit a massive amount of resistance and then did an about face and came down right there. Indicator right here caught it really nice. Boom, right there. You see that? Caught that really nice, and the rest of it was just downhill in the morning. So now, of course, because you're at the 0 mark here, this thing is going to figure out a way to climb. And that's what it's going to do. So I just want to watch it because some of my trades aren't yet completely exhausted. For example, this here is going to give me a signal in about 15 minutes time. Or actually, no, it's going to give me a signal in 10 minutes time. And when it does, that'll be the end of that trade. So unless I actually get a signal that all this is done and it's exhausted itself to the downside, I'm not taking any upside. Nope. So the market's only down 40 points, but I mean, it was from the high of 200 and something this morning. It came down quite a bit. Quite a bit. So we're just going to sit here and watch this play out, guys, right now. And that's it. This might continue its downward trajectory that it had this morning. So I do have a sell signal right here. It says buy, but that's really a sell signal. And this thing could continue. But I'd be very careful with this right here. Overall, the strength to the downside is pretty good today. and it's still pushing a little bit to the downside. Let me see if this is going down below the, it's right there. Now it recalculated to 917. This is likely not going to be over until this filter touches the zero line right there. Although this long-term filter right here is touching right there, smack. Normally when that happens, that's it. So we will see in very short order. And again, I am looking at this right here because I've had a signal that's been going on for forever on this. In fact, I could even look at this one right here. These were optimized differently last night, and so I just have these optimized a little bit different because I wanted to see the effect of the various tuning parameters I set. Wow, this thing's way down already, and it still looks like it's got a little, just a tiny bit more push. You see this white line right here? This is a trend line right here, as well as this, and then if it hits the zero line, then that's it. This thing just kinked to the downside right there, so as well as this, and so there's probably more downside to go on this trade here. Yes, I'd say there's probably more downside to go. I am going to wait, however, till the 1 o'clock hour. And with the Fed chairman speaking right now at 1 o'clock, guys, I am going to hold off for a little bit and kind of wait to see what happens with that, because I don't want this guy to speak and then the markets go, crazy or whatever. You never know what he's going to say. And sometimes the markets, like what he says. They could do an about face and rally, or they don't like it, and things can get worse. So I think the best decision right now would be to just wait and let the Fed chair speak right now at 1 o'clock. And he is speaking at the IMF Economic Debate Conference today, right now, in a few minutes. And so let's let him speak and see how the market responds and reacts to whatever it is he's got to say, and then decide how we're going to place trades, if any. This thing's been making lower lows all morning long today. It has been a really, really, really good trade to the downside all morning. One trade short. All right, let's switch it here to the overnight. See if we get any signals right now upon bar change in 1 minute. These bars right here represent overnight volume, and the horizontal line here represents the average overnight volume for X number of days back. I think it's for the last 5 days, I believe. All right, guys, let's see if anything happens right now. Nope, nothing happened. Nothing happened here. Let's go to the AI. Oh, boom, we got a buy signal right here. You guys can't see the buy signal because it's buried way back here, way under here. But there is a buy signal there, and this just closed off the trade. Massive winner to the downside right there. That's it. It may vacillate a little bit to the downside. It typically does that on the 15-minute whenever you get a signal like that. Also, AI strategy number 3 just closed right there as well. So that's good. We got some signs of action right there with those. And cyclic trade should be done soon. Right there. Let's see, anything here? Nothing here. This gave me a signal. It was too short of a trade right there. And nothing here. These are the ones I'm most interested right now. Nothing here. This is still giving me a sell signal to the downside. I'm going to get rid of this right here. This should have been a sell signal. It turned into a buy. It was a buy, but the way that this strategy is programmed is whenever I know, whenever I see a buy signal and it goes the opposite way, I know it's a sell signal. So this is going to get me out at the very, 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 very bottom of everything that I am seeing right now on my screen. At the absolute bottom. Let's see if anything else happened over here. Nope, signal still open as is right here. So really good, guys. We still have more downside to this, but this is a very weak down right now with this going up. Things are starting to get weak. The actual momentum trade on this ended right here. If you notice this white line right here, just coming down, 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 down. The moment it crossed up right here, that was the end of the momentum trade right there, okay? Everything else from there has just been a slow little trickle, probably, people covering or whatever, and, just retail traders, but this ended right there. This was 12.15 right there. That's where that technically ended right there. Yeah, this was a very good trade. And now it's just oscillating, going sideways, a little bit down, and it does what it does, right? There is downside pressure, as noted by this right here. And the overall long-term trend is still short, as evident by these two signals that I have right here on the screen. Guys, these are all individual algorithms, all right? This isn't something you're going to find on TradeStation or any other platform. Every single one of these was uniquely developed to work to trade the Nasdaq 100 futures. And I've put in a lot of time in making sure they work the way that we're designed to function. Anyway, enough with that. And we still have a little bit more to the downside on this. It's going to be a slow trickle down. I'm not interested in taking that at a slow trickle. No thanks. Trade's just fizzling out already, so I'm just letting it play out right now at this point. So tell me, guys, have you guys made any money today trading the Nasdaq 100 futures? Please post it in the chat box if you have. Yep. And if you notice right here, guys, this thing kind of fizzled out right there, but now it's pushing back down again. Right there. Excuse me. If you guys are listening to Bloomberg News or anything with Fed Chair Powell speaking, he's going to be speaking right now at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Please do make comments in the chat box. I don't have my Bloomberg up right now or any other news feed, just simply because I've got so many things running at the same time right now, and that I don't want to get interference with my trade station or anything, shutting down because of multiple things going on. So if you guys are watching Fed Powell speak right now and monitoring the action as a result of that, kindly do post on the chat box and keep us updated, because I don't have access to that information right now. Not today. Not with the way my current setup is configured. I'm still working on setting everything up, and I don't have that set up just yet. This thing's recalculating, I think, right here. Yep, it's recalculating right here. Wow, pretty amazing. All right. And this is going to continue going, guys, till we get this thing close to the zero line. Probably another few minutes. We'll see. Yep, this has been on the trend for a while right here. Look at that. Flat. Nice. And it looks like it's coming down again. Round 3. If it comes down. Yeah, it looks like it is almost fizzling out to the downside. I got 2 minutes for bar change, guys. And again, if you're listening to FedPal speak through Bloomberg or any other media, if you hear anything relevant, please do share it on the chat group. So I'm not yet configured to have all that running at once. I actually got a power bank for to power up all my stuff and keep it going in case there's a power outage or anything weird like that. And I still need some other configurations to get Bloomberg up and running. All right, there we go. Bar change. And you know what? Yep, we finally got a closure right here. Look at that. Boom, right there. Same thing. Oh, we didn't get closure on this one. Interesting. Interesting that we didn't get closure on that, but we did on this. And this actually began before the other one right there. So I'm testing these today to see what the best combination of walk forward optimized parameters could be on this. So this is all stuff that's in testing right now for me. So this has not yet closed, and this is also a short signal here, even though it says buy. Just something I've got to fix on my side. Yeah, this thing just closed off, and so this should be a buy signal right here, which I'm not going to take yet until at least this bad boy right here closes. But anyway, we are very close to the end of this right here. Right here, see? Right when it crossed the zero line, pow! It came all the way down to right there. Okay. but not yet. I'm watching the 5-minute rotation, and there is still a little bit left, just a tiny bit left to the downside. So I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, that's because the whole market's coming down today. All right, guys, I am back here. Still have downside on this. Still have downside on this. Just keep in mind that I've already got two signals, but the overnight has still yet to fire off and tell me, hey, you know what, the downside is over. And that's still open right there. These two other strategies, however, these are AI-powered strategies, are done. This will normally take you out maybe a bar sooner. But you're almost there. See, like right here? Boom. Right there, look at that. All the way down, right there to there. So now it may start going up. There you go. To me, this is a bit too early of a signal. I don't have signals here or here, so I'm being very precautious on that. And yeah, it's still not a long to me until this actually goes above the zero line. So yeah, could be a long on the 5 minute, but not for me, not right now. You guys want to see that on the 5 minute? There it is right there. I've got this, but a different version on top right there. It came down, 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 and boom, right there. See the crossing? That little crossing right there was the end, and you got that little pop right there. Similarly with this blue Algo, just came right there, boom. As soon as it crossed the zero line right there, that was the end of that trade. Similarly, right here, look. Boom, 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 boom. Pow. That was the end right there. Over with. Or you could have taken that trade and have come down all the way to there. And that would have been the end as well. Then it kind of came up right there, then it went down. And such is life. All right. That looks like it was just a little bit of noise. We'll see. I had a really hard time sleeping last night. Both my shoulders were in a lot of pain. I don't know why my shoulders are hurting, but all of a sudden I just got a massive amount of pain on both shoulders, and I don't know why, and it was very difficult to sleep last night, as well as with the fact that it was hot And I had to have the ceiling fan on, the AC on. All right, man. Texas does get some taking used to. We are below the 21-day moving average on the Nasdaq. The 21 moving average is at 1478. All right, guys, if you just joined the group, thanks for joining. I'm trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live, and we just finished with this huge drawdown from this morning, and we're just looking at this thing fizzling out right now. I do have a few other oh, you know what? Hang on, guys. Let me just go over the daily now. So the Nasdaq daily is something we look at. I look at every morning, and here we go. Okay, every time this filter crosses, you get movement, and right now it's flat. If you notice right there, it's parallel with the zero line. You may not be able to see the zero line because it's colored in dark blue, but it's right there. It's parallel to the zero line. Normally when that happens, you get sideways trading, and you're at the cusp of something happening right now. The long term, however, is down right here, which indicates that the market has been coming down since early April, right there. All right. This has not crossed the zero line yet, which tells you that there's continued downside pressure. We do have a support at 13,729. So, I am looking to see the Nasdaq maybe hit support at 13,729 at some point. If this bad boy crosses the zero line, yeah, we are going to hit the 729, probably lower than that as well. So, COT net position report right here, guys, is the report by institutional traders that reports their net positions in the instrument. That is flat between last week and this week. This comes out this evening, and you will have an update on this sometime Friday afternoon. All right. The overnight chart here has not yet closed to the downside. Volume in the overnight was lower than average. Average being represented by this white line right here, this horizontal white line, and this thing overnight. Strategy picked up the signal at 9:15 in the morning before this whole thing happened. Now look, it popped. Any other strategy that's not programmed the way this is would have taken you out here with some type of stop. This didn't. This filtered this out as noise, and boom, you've been in the trade since right there. All right. The two AI-powered algos are producing good results. Nice downside right there. Now you've got upside right there. Excuse me. And you've got upside right here too. So two very good upside signals right there. And the downside trajectory on this actually just seems to have ended right there. I don't want to take upside right now on this, just simply because I haven't seen phase shift in the market data on one of my other screens. That tells me that, you know, the market has completely exhausted itself to the downside. So I don't want this to turn into a chop fest where it goes up 1 or 2 bars and it goes sideways. Not only that, but it's 1:30 Eastern time, and Fed Chair Powell is speaking at this very moment at the IMF economic debate conference going on. So this thing can kind of go anywhere right now. And I'm a little concerned about that because every time Fed Powell opens his mouth, the market tends to respond in kind. So just trying to be careful and cautious today. So I already took good downside right here on this bad boy, and I got out like somewhere right here, when I saw this crossing. Yeah, right there, in fact. Boom, right before I came on. And so, but yeah, your downside is over right here. See, look. Boom, right there. Done. Over with. Hasta la vista with that. Okay? And here's another view of that right there. And then, where are we at on the Fibs? The Fibonacci. Smack the 44.22 level and just retrace back to the 23 level right there, which is quite remarkable to see right there. Really, really good. And here we are right here. Yeah, this thing is definitely going. It's poised to go up now. And I am right here watching this carefully because I do have an interest in taking a trade, but I am... you know what? Yeah, finally we got out of this right now. Okay, good. All right, good. So this down signal right here got you out right there. The one in the middle got you out the bar prior. And this bad boy hasn't gotten you out yet. I still have a signal, guys, that's telling me that we have a little bit of noise in the trade, and for that reason I am not taking any upside just yet right now, even though this is up, came down real nice. Boom, the end of it right there. Yeah, to the upside. And whenever this purple line right here, which is another algorithm that tracks certain elements of market activity, whenever it's below the 0 line right here, it's denoting that the market bias is to the downside. So when this crosses above the 0 line, what that's telling me right there is that this is going to be a temporary upswing to the upside. So this is going to come up, this will kink, and that'll be the end of it right there. Maybe like 3 or 4 bars to the upside, and it may continue its downward trajectory later this afternoon. So that's the reason I haven't taken any position right now, because I'm looking at this very carefully. I still have something that says there's still a little bit of downward pressure on this. So, yeah. And this officially ended right here. Look, boom. Right there, this thing just crossed above the zero line. So right now I'm just waiting for some oscillation, guys, that's happening in a different time frame chart that I've got above, and which has been highly effective at determining when the downside is completely over with. And unless I see phase shift in the downside signal, I'm not going to take downside. I mean upside. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I'm not going to take upside unless I see that the downside is completely and totally exhausted. Well, if you guys saw that, it turned from blue to orange because of the pressure that I'm seeing in the chart above. This was a complete play on technicals this morning, guys. If you noticed, this morning when the market opened right here at this bar, it immediately popped. And what happened, it hit the 100% Fibonacci on the expansion and thing that I've got right here. And it immediately did an about face and boom, came down. Came down all the way to zero. Right there. This also caught it really good right here, going up since the day before, and then pow, the end, and the whole thing just came down. And you got to be careful in the mornings, and then if you look at the overnight had already given you a signal that the market was going to open to the downside before it even happened. Look, 2 bars before it actually came down. Super nice, and it still hasn't closed off the downward theme. So anyway, we're looking at this, guys, in hopes to see and spot and identify a good trading opportunity this afternoon. Beyond this morning, I hope you guys made money, and we'll see if there's anything available in the afternoon. We've got Marcy on the other side of my desk trading options. She trades the SPY, Goldman Sachs. She trades BX. She trades the Qs, AMD, and BABA. All right, 2 more minutes for bar change, guys, and we'll see if anything fires off in my charts above. That would signal that this is completely and totally over. Got the chart I'll share with you guys right here, and this basically is an index composite I created that tracks the FANG stocks, which is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, and it plots it in comparison to the S&P. And if you notice right here, the FANG stocks are the ones in red. This has led the sell-off today, and the S&P right here has followed right there. See that? Boom. These stocks right here, because of their weighting, have a lot of influence on the market. And look, they just came down and S&P followed. Pretty amazing to see. Likewise, when they lead, the market also follows as well right there. Pretty interesting to see that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close that. All right, we just had bar change, and we have no is there anything here? Nope. This is still going, and this is just telling you guys that the market is in chop zone right there. Nothing going on. Nothing going on, guys. Nothing going on right now. Except that this is slowly and surely, it's still trickling down little by little. And I still don't have a clear signal that it is okay to take upside on this. Not yet. I will let you know when. If any. On the upside. This has been a strong down day, guys, and you got to be careful with head fakes when the market reverses, especially on the lower time frames, that make you think the market's going one way and it really doesn't. It just actually goes up maybe a couple bars and boom, comes right back down. So until I actually see phase shift in the data structure and whatever else I'm looking at here on my screen, I'm not taking any upside, despite having signals for it. So, the AI algo sometimes will give me a signal a couple bars ahead of time, and so I'd rather actually get confirmation with the other studies that I have on the chart before I actually take that to the upside, if any. Cool. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate that very much. I'm actually going to look at that carefully after I get off the session today, because I want to see if it looks anything like this right here. Boom, hit the 100, then came down, hit 0. Now it's just kind of bouncing around this gutter zone down here at the bottom. So I'd be very interested to see that that chart you posted. Thank you. I was actually able to make this these auto fibs that I didn't create these auto fibs. These auto fibs I actually got from a friend, and it was just one setting that was off, and I got them to work. So now they're working. They seem like they're working. I'm still watching them, but it's better than having to set them manually. And this only plots whatever's happening in the day session, in the cash session. So it doesn't go back, the way normally Fibonacci's do. They measure how many days back, the top, bottom, whatever. Now this just basically calculates on the day based on, I think, 2 days back, a 2-day back calculation, of where the low was 2 days back, right there. So that was a low 2 days back right there, boom, and that's where it plotted it right there. So interesting. I'm still watching it. I'm still trying to get my arms around it. So far it seems to be working though. Yeah, you know what? I did notice. I will tell you this, that the levels set by the Fibonacci's in a great way do depend on the session time that you pick. That is 100% true, because I'm trying to find it here on my, here we go, on my chart. Yeah, so if you use a different session time, as far as your opening start time in the morning, and I've got different session times I use. I use session times that begin with the first bar at 7:15 in the morning, others that begin, at 8:45, others that begin at whatever time, And so I plotted it across different session times, and yep, sure enough, the calculations obviously are different because, it's taking into account different highs and lows based on those session times. So I thought this session time actually worked good, so I plotted it here and still watching it. Yeah, this is losing all momentum to the upside right here. Look, it did cross the zero line, but it's just kind of going sideways right there. It's just selling off. And that's really consistent with the other study that I've got right above here that you guys can't see, that is showing that there is still downside of some type left on this trade. So yeah, for that reason, I'm not taking any upside, and this has not yet closed, and this has not yet closed to the downside either right there. This has been a monster trade. Huge, huge, huge. You know, I kind of wish I didn't get out, you know, when I did earlier, about 12:30, 12:25 or so, because this thing right here has just been on a huge rip. You know, performance on this today has been through the roof. So far I clocked in 2,300 in net profit, but you've got an open P&L right here, which is that long, which is that short that's been going on forever, you know, and that short right there so far on that open P&L has racked up over $6,000 in net profit if you were to close it now. So that's very impressive for a strategy to pull right there. Pow. And more importantly, to have avoided the spike in the morning right there. Uh-oh. Yep, to have avoided that spike right there in the morning, which I thought, you know, was a complete head fake. When I saw that in the morning, I read the brief and I looked at everything else, and I'm like, you know, I don't think the market's going up today. I think it's going to go down. But, you know, I was surprised to see the spike. Boom, massive spike, and then pow, the whole thing just came down, right? So that was very interesting to watch. So I'm going to leave it here because I want to watch this to see if it gets below the zero line. And I'm still, I mean, right now there's no trade, guys. This thing's just going sideways. Look, it's been going sideways, all this right there. So yeah, you gotta be careful right here. This right here will completely kill you. It's chop right here. So just be careful. That's good. Yeah, you know, if you've got the real estate on your charts to display that, that's awesome. I know you work with multiple Fibonacci studies at different time frames, and it's interesting how they're affected by different you know, session times and all. Excuse me, guys. I slept with the fan on, the ceiling fan and the AC on last night, so my voice is a little bit coarse today. And we get bar change in 2 minutes.
Order filled.
All right, guys, I took a short on this right now just to see where this goes. I have not had any confirmation that this thing is going to ease up on the downside. In fact, I think it's going to continue going lower, so I took a short. There we go, right there. Boom. Yep, right there. This is just recalculating its way down from what I can see right there. So I'll just, and this right here is still going. All right. I'm up about $600-700 on this trade. No, I don't think I do have the Fibonacci extension, but I need to get with you on how to set that. Let's take a peek right here. What's the low that the low target that you've got right now on your Fibonacci's, Lee?
Order filled.
All right, I closed out that trade. It hit my target that I had for a nice $1,000 and something done, and I still see that it's yeah, perfect right there. Perfect. All right, I'm out on that particular trade I just took. You guys heard it. Done. Made a little bit over $1,000. Not bad for a slow Thursday afternoon. Plus whatever, that's just gravy for whatever I already had in the morning. So good. Okay. I'm going to have to get with you on the Fibonacci extensions. And I'll reach out to you via email on Discord on that. I need to send you an illustration of how I think it should be done, but the way I think is not the way I am sure it has to be done. So I need to get your wisdom on that. And I'll definitely reach out to you. If not today, tomorrow. I'm still unboxing a bunch of stuff. So after the trade day, got a lot of stuff I got to unpack and organize. Let me see, where did this thing stop? Right here. This kind of went sideways a little. It's got a little bit more to go, but I'm okay. Took my profit and ran. You don't go broke taking profits. Boom, right there, man. It just stopped. Came to an about face. That exit was, I mean, from what I could see, a good one. That was it. That was good. That was good. That was a good exit. Alrighty. Even though it may have more downside, I mean, this thing has just been slowly trickling down. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So, from what I'm looking at, there is still a little bit more to go to the downside. right there. I just wasn't fully convinced that it was gonna take off. This thing just kind of kinked up, and I'm like, you know what? That's it. Good enough. Wow, look at this. Unreal. Very nice. Super, super nice. Stopped you out. Nothing here. On that, just go back here because this is the last open signal I've got right now. This is really good that this actually did come down right here a little bit, but this being up above the zero line like this is just, you know, when it does this, it tells you that you're in cycle mode. When it's below this like that, it tells you that you're in trend mode. So this was a big trend to the downside, and from here on up, and this ended the momentum trade, and from here on up, it's just a cycle. There's just nothing. All this has just been a cycle to the downside, which began right here when this thing kind of went down, right there. All right. All right, guys, so I'm completely out of that down trade, that short I took right now. And you guys saw me post it, and I took it down just, I think, 1 bar ago. And that was it for that, short trade right there. So that one trade right there was over 50 points. And that's in addition to the huge trade, the huge win I already had in the morning. So this was icing on the cake. I'm actually feeling pretty happy right now. it wouldn't surprise me if this thing just continues coming down right now. Got 5 minutes for bar change. Ah, cool. Cool. Yeah, I want to definitely look into how those fib extensions work, particularly on the 15-minute time frame. I got the tool to actually do them right here. Fibonacci tools. I've got all these different Fibonacci tools that TradeStation offers. Fibonacci cycles, price extension lines, the price retracement calculator, which is kind of neat. The price retracement lines, the speed resistance arc, speed resistance fan, and the time extension lines. So it's like a whole suite of Fibonacci tools offered by TradeStation. So yeah, I mean, they're here. I just need to figure out how to. I'll get with you on how to use them. On a different note, TradeStation's closing their trading app store. So for you guys who rely on trading apps through the TradeStation app store, that is going to be closed. They're going to be closing it in September, or they close it now and they're going to let apps run till September, something like that. So I don't have anything on there, but I have been contemplating offering one of my studies on the TradeStation app store, and all of a sudden they decided to close it. I have no idea why. There has been no phase shift whatsoever in this. I mean, this whole thing is red, as far as I can see. Man, the rep over at the Ninja Trader, every now and then, we talk, and he's like, yeah, he tells me the same thing. You got to learn C, C for Ninja and all that. And I'm like, man, that's just another programming language. I already know ThinkScript for Thinkorswim because I started using their platform a long time ago. I'm proficient in Java. I'm proficient in HTML in all its variations. I'm proficient in Python, and I'm proficient in Easy Language, which is by far the most robust coding language I have found to code these strategies that I create and these different algorithms on TradeStation's platform right here. So, and I've been doing it for quite a while. So to learn a new language, there's always a learning curve. And right now I'm just still trying to get my arms fully around Python to really try to make the best use of it for machine learning. That's the next element of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a machine learning component to be the walk forward optimizer. I really don't like the walk forward optimizer built in on TradeStation. For example, let me give you an example. This was walk forward optimized, just walked forward optimized on TradeStation last night, and it gave me the wrong signal right here. Look at that. It gave me the wrong signal, which, according to the way I programmed it, I know it's the right signal because when I read this and I know it's and it's 11 a.m. I know that this should have been a sell signal, so I know that it's going to end off being a sell signal, right? But the inputs given to me by the walk forward optimization were incorrect completely, and this was only optimized last night. Okay, still gave me the wrong signals, but the right direction in the trade, right? But the wrong signals right there. So that was a problem. This one, however, was walk forward optimized, and then it was run through a separate tool that they have, which is an additional walk forward optimizer using 1600 bars and 120 bars at a sample. And this gave me the right signal right here. But the TradeStation walk forward optimizer is not robust, in my opinion. So there are other walk forward optimizers out there, and I was hoping not to have to go down the road of having to create my own. And there's another alternative. I can build the walk forward optimizer right into the strategy itself, or I can just have a completely independent walk forward optimizer that has machine learning in it to give me signals like this. So that's part of where Python comes in the process of creating something that's robust, that would give me very accurate signals on a day-to-day basis. So that's a work in progress. That now that settling down, and once the dust settles, I may pick that up. I'm actually going to be spending a lot more time doing that in the next coming weeks to see if I can actually get it implemented, and that would be a huge turning point if it works the way I'm hoping it does. We'll see. The jury's still out on that one. But the signal here, this buy signal should have been a, and you know what? I take that back. I think I said that this gave me the right signal. Let me clarify. It gave me the wrong signal, but with the right trajectory. That means this should have been a sell signal going down, even though I walk forward optimized it and I used the TradeStation walk forward optimized tool to rerun the data and use at a sample inputs on this, and still, it gave me a buy signal. Stupid thing, it's ridiculous. This should have been a sell signal going all the way down. But I know that if by 11 a.m., 11:30, that this thing is going the wrong way, I know that this should have been the sell signal. And the way the strategy's programmed, this thing's going to take me out whenever it hits the bottom. So I'm not worried about that. It's just the walk forward optimizer that TradeStation has absolutely sucks. It's outdated. That's the problem. They haven't updated their walk forward optimizer in a long time, and it's missing a lot of bells and whistles that could be added to improve the functionality of the optimizer. Dang, I'm glad I got out of that trade. Done. Wow. That was the end right there. The end of that, absolutely the end of that trade. Funny how that works. Yesterday was the 20th, I think, yeah. It's the 20th. Today's the 21st. Hi guys, this is going to go sideways for a little bit. That's still the 19th right there. Market internals finally puked, had been holding back all day despite the negativity, but a big negative blast there. Oh, interesting. I wonder if it could be related to Fed Powell speaking at the conference, at the IMF economic conference today. Very interested to see if that has any correlation to that. I think we're going for another round of downside here from what I can tell right here. But not yet. Wow, this thing caught it really good right here. Pow. Nailed it. So, Looks like there's some type of movement happening on the 5-minute time frame. Nothing here yet on the 15-minute. Not yet. This will catch it when the momentum kicks right there. Ah, bar change right now. Ooh, this looks like it's going to be sideways trading. Look at that. Yeah, this thing's trading sideways right here. Although this thing came down, and that is a good indication right there, but this is still up. Looks like the 5-minute is turning though. Ah, thank you, thank you. Let me see if I could take a quick peek at those market internals here. Oh, wow. Yeah, all red. Eeks. Yeah, I think this this still has downside to go. A little bit more downside to go. Very soft downside. Unless I get a reading that this thing goes down, I'm not going to take downside. Or this bad boy right here. This thing came down nice right here. Look at that. Boom, right there. So I'll patiently wait to see if these things improve. If these improve, I'll take downside again. I think this is going to go down a little more, so I'll take one contract on this. Where is it at execute? Right here. Take this one on trade station.
Trade.
All right, done. Two, three, four. I think that's number 2, 2, 3, 4, and number 5. Oh, crap. No, that wasn't number 5. Number 6. Oh, that's number 10. No wonder. Okay. Close that off. Right there. Fix these. Mm-hmm. Let's make that number 2. Make that number 3. Hey, not bad. I'm up a couple $100 on that trade I just put right now. Just letting it play out a little bit. Boy, this has just been nothing but a long one trade short all day long today. All day long. All day long. Huge, huge, huge trend to the downside. Yeah, I know, right? I still need to find me a good barbecue place. But this weekend I'm probably going to go hit a steakhouse or something on Friday night. Take my family. Do something. Yep, they've got a bunch of them around here. All right, so yep, yeah, they sure are. They sure are. Hey, you're welcome, J Bay. I hope you've been profitable as we have this afternoon and morning. Welcome to the group. If you haven't yet done so, subscribe to the channel and like the video, because that's the only way you're going to find out if you subscribe that I come back live again. I think I forgot to post the link to the Discord group. I normally post that on the chat box, and I forgot this morning. I just forgot. But we have a Discord group. You're welcome to join as well. If you just click on yesterday's video, I think the link is on there. It's pinned to the top of the chat box, so you'll see the link right there. In any one of the videos from the days prior, you'll see it there. But you're just welcome to tune in any day that you want to tune in to watch the afternoon session. You're more than welcome. We're glad to have you. So now I'm up like, I don't know, $400 on this trade. Where is it? Where's my execute strategy? All right, I'll just put this little screen up for giggles, kicks, and grins right here. All right, guys, there we go, right there. That's that short trade I just took right now, so I'm just going to let it ride a little bit. I'll come back to that. And here we go. Wow, this thing has just been going on forever. I would love for this to get below the zero line right there, which would really push this thing all the way down, I think, to soft trade. It's coming down nonetheless. This is good. It's finally below the zero line by a little bit. This is not. This thing's got to flip. Okay, great. Momentum picked up right here to the downside, and we will watch this carefully here. These two. You want to watch this white line, this purple line right here. This is very sensitive to turns. Very, very sensitive. So as soon as this thing goes back above the zero line, I'll be out. Ah, okay. Into the target area. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I could see that and something else I'm looking at here, that it's starting to get a little bit weak. It's going to make that afternoon push down. VIX is up to 22.96. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is a very, very soft little move to the downside here. I'm up like close to $500. There we go. Right there on this trade. All right, cool. Yep, 500 and something now. Mm-hmm. 600. Woohoo! Okay, I'm happy now. It's going. Going. Ah, finally got the signal right here. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Caught the signal right there. Very good. So it caught the signal. Now I am looking for an exit on this. I'm up like 800 right there on that. Not bad for 5 minutes that I've been in this trade, give or take. Still has a little bit left right here. There. So I am going to be watching this very closely. I'll be right back, guys, in 2 minutes. Oh man, I was gone for 2 minutes and this thing just, now I'm up $800. Not bad. Hopefully it'll be another 50-pointer. Oh goodness. Jeez. Yeah. That'll be great. That'll be fantastic. So I did 50 points before this on the previous trade, made $1,000 and something. If I can get another 50 points, that's great. That's 100 points in the afternoon session, and then plus whatever I made in the morning. It's going to be a huge day today. Huge. All right, 900. Here we are, 940, very close to hitting the 50-point mark. Take profit. Yep. Almost. Almost. Let me see. Where am I at? What was I thinking? Oh, I was looking at this. Okay. I will in just a moment. Let's see here. I was looking at something. Oh, here we go. 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minutes actually doing really good. Right here. Really good. Right there. Pow. Oh. And this right here is caught the trade right there, right there. Boom, 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 boom. And it'll, this is going to end when this hits right here. This blue line hits right here. This will be completely done. Excuse me, guys. This happens for sleeping with the ceiling fan on at night. What time is it? 3:10 in the afternoon. 3:10 in the afternoon. Not bad. I'm up like almost $1,000 right there. To 711. Wow. Went to 711. Then it hit. And it stopped. All right, there we go. I got my 50 points for the afternoon, guys. Hasta la vista, a little bit more than 50 points. I'm just going to go ahead and buy this back right now, and that's the end.
Trade.
Okay, there we go. I'm out completely. Another 50 points here in the afternoon session. So I did 50 earlier, 50 right now, and so that's 100 points in the Nasdaq 100 in the afternoon session. All right, that's not including what I made in the AM session, which was an enormous run, also to the downside. So I'm just going to let this bad boy shake out right now. I just want to see how it ends, and I'll end the session at 3:30. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. You know, I may not have a huge audience like some of these other traders, but you guys are really the best, and that's what matters to me. It's having a good audience, good group of guys that enjoy trading the Nasdaq 100 as much as I do. So I really do appreciate you guys being here today. This is going to end when this bad boy right here kinks up above the zero line, and you'll see it right now. I'm just going to leave it here so you guys can see it. All right. I mean, this signal right here, it's telling you right there, you know, you're going down, 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 down. It's trending down. The fact that this green line got below the zero line is a good indication that this is going to continue going down. This, however, being parallel to the zero line tells you that it's a very slow moving downtrend. Right there, a very, very slow moving downtrend right there. So that's where we're at with that. And just keep an eye on this purple line and this white line right there. It's going to make one more push, guys. One more push to the downside before this thing finally ends. I think it's going to go right past the 7-11 and continue forth down. But I'm done, you know. If I can make 50 points on every trade or more, which I've done today, I'm just a happy camper. You know, there's no need to be... there's no need to be greedy. You gotta know when to take your profits. And for me, being the fact that it's already 3:15 Eastern time, 2:15 Central time, it's day's done. That's the way I see it. All right, guys. It's pushing down again. And there's some other, there are a few other studies on my other screens that that I can only see. But yeah, this is like getting really weak. Look at this. What happened to my pointer? There it goes. Right there. You see that? And you see when I when I had mentioned to you just a moment ago, when this crosses the zero line right there, that was going to be done with. Well, there you go, right there. Pow. Over and out. Boom. There it is. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys are familiar with it because you guys are in the trading business as well. There's a program out there called Bookmap, and it's really good if you're into order flow because you can actually see resting orders, the resting limit orders, and some pretty sizable ones as well, and where they're at on the price chart. But they also have this tool that detects stop runs as well, which I found to be kind of interesting. I've tinkered with it a little bit. It's too much data for my mind to process. It's just too much, I have tinkered with it in the past. I know guys that use it successfully. I passed on it, but the tools they have to actually see where the resting order's at from some of these large institutional traders to actually place them in different bite-sized pieces across the price spectrum is unique. It's very interesting to see that, but it's also interesting to see the tool that they have for spotting stop runs. And so whenever you get something like this, right, where price just kind of goes up, it makes you wonder if this is a stop run. That's where I find use of that tool to be effective, to see, where the tool is actually detecting that, it's actually a stop run, where everybody's getting stopped out and therefore the price is going up, or if it's really a genuine reversal of price, based on technicals, whether price hit a certain level or whether, you had a phase shift or something else other than a stop run. I've tinkered, like I said, with the tool, never subscribed to it. I just thought, it was outrageous what they were asking for subscription fees, and I've seen it in action quite a few times. There's a guy that actually has a group on Discord that, I'm not going to mention his name, but he used to also be an institutional trader who uses it constantly. Religiously. He's like the spokesperson for Bookmap, and the poster child, if you would, for Bookmap, right? And, it's really subjective. At the end of the day, I just found it to be very subjective as far as the data that was being displayed on the chart. It requires a high level of intuition to decipher what you're looking at. It's just too much. For me, it was too much. But it's always interesting to see these tools that are being developed to detect stop runs, to really determine whether little pullbacks like this, these little two bars, if they're really indeed a change in the trend, or if it's just really a stop run. And I think this is just, that's what that is. It's a stop run, although I don't have a tool to detect that. A specific tool to detect that, I would presume that this is a stop run right there. I still think there's more downside to this. It's going to make one more downward push before this thing is finally over, I think. And we'll watch it together right now. Volatility is picking up, guys. VIX is at 23 already. Yeah, but if you're into order flow and stuff like that, then Bookmap could be a good tool. Now, I'm not plugging them in or anything, guys, just to make that clear. I'm not endorsing them. I'm not saying go out there and sign up with them, okay? It's just another tool that's out there, for traders to improve their approach. That's all, and I'm just making reference to my own experience having tinkered with the tool. I don't use it. Looks like this probably nailed it, guys, right here. Based on some of the other stuff I'm looking at right here. Boom. Amazing, huh? Amazing. Right here at the cross, too. Look at that. Boom. Done. And 322. Let's see what happens in the next couple minutes. And just so you guys know, for the new guys who just joined the group, guys, I don't charge anything for sharing my desktop. I'm not here to sell you a course, a book, an indicator, a strategy, or nothing like that, okay? I just do it really because, I enjoy sharing the technology that I develop to trade my own account, and I just like sharing the ideas that I create that help me improve what I do on a daily basis. That's really it. It's more for educational purposes than anything else, guys. I make my money solely off trading. I make enough of it where I don't need to sell courses, indicators, or books. So enjoy it while you can, while I still enjoy doing this live. I've been doing it for a couple of months, and so far, we got a little bit over 100 subscribers, and little by little, the group is growing. So, twice a week, not bad. And I just hope you guys, glean something from this that could help you guys improve your own approach to trading, or use what I use as use what I do as a complement to what you're currently doing already. Yeah, this whole thing's moving up a little bit. Now, guys, I do post P&L on my, I post it for kicks and, just for fun on my TikTok. If you guys are on TikTok, you'll know you guys could add music to it, add a sticker to it, all that fun stuff, make it kind of look cool, right? So I do post my P&L on there whenever I remember to, take a screenshot and post. I do post it on there. All right. So, you guys are interested in looking at that at all? It's at Algo Man over at TikTok. Yep, that was done, guys. That was it. That was it. In fact, I just got the confirmation. I just got the confirmation signal on that was completely and totally it to the downside right there. someone is pretty good at using stop hunt software because they get me top tick, then run more often than I'd like. Oh yeah, it happens a lot. It happens a lot, and Bookmap actually has that tool to search out stops and do a few other nifty things that are kind of neat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've heard that before, from other traders as well. Same issue, same issue right there. But yeah, this nailed it, guys. Right here, look on the 5 minute, just completely, pow, nailed it. That was it. Downside is over. Now, what happens after a drawdown like this? You're going to have most likely sideways trading, and then who knows what else, right? Who knows if it'll continue going down or what's going to happen from here. But in the next bar that we get, this is going to end most likely. It'll cross up, and that'll be the end of everything right there. All right, guys. So I'm going to be done right now in 2 minutes for the trading session. I don't trade beyond 3:30, 3:45, just simply because volatility kicks up and market goes all crazy. Let me give you an example of that. Okay, hang on with me just a sec. Look, I'm going to give you an example of exactly what I'm talking about right now, right here. Hang on. Did I just skip over that? Right here, look, this was yesterday afternoon, okay? For you guys who are watching, you guys know I took this trade to the downside and got out, boom, right there. Okay, you guys saw it. If you didn't see this, you can go back and play the video from yesterday, and you could, just advance the video to the very end, and you'll see me take this trade right here, boom, to the downside, and I got out, right? So then what happens? This was like, right at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Market just went sideways. Look, it went up a little bit, and then it went sideways, went into consolidation mode right there. Then about 3:45, it appeared that the market was going to go up. And then look what happened. Pow! Major whipsaw. And then boom, back up again. And then look at this bar. This is as nasty as you can possibly get. In fact, you know what? Let me illustrate this by showing you the price inside the bar right here. Okay, so right here inside this bar right here, this thing opened at 14,054. It dropped down all the way to 13,991 before going up as high as 14,092. You talk about insane volatility within this bar right here, guys. This is exactly what I do not want to encounter right here. Okay, this right here, this type of trading is exactly what I don't like. Typically happens after 3:30 in the afternoon. I know that from experience, and for that reason, I'm out. I'm done for the day. Thank you very much for being a fantastic audience today, guys. This thing just crossed above the zero line right there. Look at that. Boom. Perfect. And this is done. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed today's trading session. I'll see you next Tuesday. And if you guys do decide to trade the rest of the afternoon, just be cautious, and all my best to you. Thanks again for being a great crowd.